Welcome back everyone to ZumaFan. So in this video I'm going to talk about why I think that Skye's backstory in the Mighty movie is both the best and worst scene in the movie. So with that said, let's dive in. So the scene starts with Chase coming to have a conversation with Skye about what happened earlier with her crystal being stolen by Mayor Humdinger and Victoria Vance. And after this small conversation, Skye then goes into her backstory and what's been bothering her this whole time. Now, when it comes to Skye's backstory, there isn't anything necessarily wrong with this. In fact, it's actually an enjoyable scene. This is why I said that it was the best. It's actually done pretty well as far as a sad story goes and development and all that. It's actually doing a pretty good job. Problems start after the flashback ends and we go back to Chase and Skye. Skye had just told her backstory, and as sad as it was, the only thing Chase says during all this is that he had no idea. Now, I think that this is a huge issue, and Skye is in an emotional place right now, and I think Chase and what we've seen from the first movie, what he's been through, could have easily related to her. Chase had a very similar problem with him being the smallest pup in a huge city and feeling insignificant and not seen, and the fact that the only thing that he can muster up during all that is he had absolutely no idea isn't very good to me. Now, of course, a lot of credit goes to the animation and facial expression because it does tell you a lot when you look at Chase and you see through his facial expression what he thinks of this whole thing. The only character that I can think of that would actually relate to Skye most during all of this would be Chase, and nothing happens. The last issue that I have, and it's definitely more of an issue than what Chase does, and that's because it's how Skye views herself and views Ryder and what she says, where she says that
Ryder didn't want another pup. And if he did, he sure wouldn't have picked one as small as me.
I have no idea where she even got this information from, and if that is true, then that really does mess up on Ryder, because something about what he said, or maybe she's misinterpreting or something like that. Either way, she got the impression that he never wanted any other pups besides Chase, and that is very damaging to a character like Ryder, who was a father figure to Chase and a really good character in the first movie. Also, Skye's view of herself being small, insignificant, and that she can't do anything is a huge problem, mostly because there's nothing that's been really building up to any of this. She just basically feels this way for whatever reason, and it seems to be brought on by the little handkerchief thing that she wore as a pup, but that I don't think would be enough for this kind of character shift or the character feeling this type of way, especially what we've seen from the first movie and even the beginning of the second one, where she does a lot of great things and she's many people's favorite. So I have no idea why Skye would view herself this way or Ryder, and is damaging to all their characters, really. Chase obviously relates to Skye in many ways, and what we've seen obviously shows that, but then Chase says absolutely nothing to comfort Skye whatsoever outside of him having no idea. And then Skye also having this view of herself, which is very low, very sad for absolutely no reason, and the way that she views Ryder, and apparently what Ryder has said in the past, is really bad. And I think that this scene is both the best because of how it executed Skye's backstory, which is actually pretty good. Like I said, animation and the backstory, how sad it is, all that I think is done really well. But then when you look at it from all these different angles about how the characters view each other and their interactions, it becomes a huge problem, which then makes it the worst. But I want to hear what you think about all this. Leave it down in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you later.